In a prison overflowing with criminals, rapists, murderers and lunatics, Cheongmin, the heir apparent to the Dragon Gang throne, is infamous. Fueled by his hatred for his father, the gang boss's right-hand man, he ruthlessly targets anyone bearing the Dragon Gang tattoo. Beyond that, he leads a tight-knit pack of followers, protecting them fiercely as their alpha. Among them is a man imprisoned for murdering 7 bullies. A nameless psychopath decides to attack Chase's group, hoping to gain notoriety in the prison hierarchy, but he is unaware that a storm of blood is about to engulf him. The newcomer, Ethan Lee, incarcerated for robbery and arson, approaches. Marcus's face contorts with shock and unease upon seeing him, memories flooding back. 11 years prior, Ethan and Marcus were close friends. Ethan's obsession was collecting dead animals and pinning them on boards with nails, a hobby Marcus found disgusting. Even Ethan's classmates mocked him relentlessly, teasing him with questions like, "Are you going to eat them? No money for food." Marcus, Ethan's first friend, stepped in to stop the bullying, and because Marcus was the class president, his words carried weight. Ethan was never bullied directly, but he was socially isolated. Over time, the two drifted apart and were placed in different classes, leaving Marcus only to hear about Ethan from others. Lately, Ethan had again been targeted by bullies, culminating in an ambush at an abandoned warehouse. Marcus, realizing this, rushed to the warehouse to save his old friend. Out of breath, he burst in to find thugs surrounding the space, but Ethan was nowhere in sight. Suddenly, Ethan appeared behind Marcus, shoving him into a wooden box and locking it. A sinister voice whispered, "Insect collection successful." Marcus immediately sensed something was terribly wrong. Over the years, Ethan had transformed, working with those thugs all along. While his hobby of nailing specimens remained, his victims had shifted from animals to humans. Marcus endured agonizing torture inside the box. Even the slightest movement caused piercing pain from nails, feeding Ethan's twisted pleasure. The box was riddled with holes, yet Ethan showed no signs of stopping. Meeting him again, Marcus clutched a stick, brimming with caution. A guard sensed the tension and ordered everyone back to their cells. Ethan dared not resist openly. Once the guard left, Marcus noticed a nail embedded in the stick. He had already been injured without realizing it. The following day, Chase noticed Marcus acting strangely and approached to ask about it. Out of nowhere, a massive toolbox teetered toward Marcus, spilling nails across the floor. Ethan Lee, now fully emerged as a dangerous maniac, claimed it was an accident. Marcus's childhood trauma resurfaced, forcing him to roar to mask his fear. Ethan, however, remained unfazed, taunting him, "What are you going to do about it?" Behind him, several large men revealed themselves as Ethan's current backers. They questioned Marcus's loyalty, seeing him trembling. Ethan's sinister grin deepened, relishing the display. His aim was simple. In a prison where strength dictated survival, controlling someone as deadly as Marcus as a subordinate would cement his status. Ethan hurled a handful of nails at Marcus, but Marcus grabbed his hand, warning, "Do you want me to teach you how to kill someone?" Even Ethan hesitated, intimidated by Marcus's reputation. Guards intervened to break up the confrontation, and Ethan stormed off, humiliated. Chase and Marcus completed their assigned duties, returning to their cramped 100-square-foot cell. Chase expressed gratitude to Marcus, who initially didn't understand why. Earlier, Marcus had prevented Chase from committing a brutal act that would have extended his sentence. Chase's true aim was to escape the prison to avenge Diana's death at the hands of his own father, the Heavenly Only Dragon Syndicate's enforcer. Marcus remembered Chase mentioning his father had become a vegetable. Unable to explain fully, Chase simply thanked Marcus for intervening. A guard later summoned Marcus to clean the warehouse, promising time off as a reward. While working, Marcus noticed a moth, triggering memories of Ethan Lee. Suddenly, Ethan appeared, snatching the moth and taunting Marcus, comparing their childhood roles. Marcus the adored butterfly, Ethan the despised moth. Ethan accused Marcus of distancing himself all along, claiming betrayal drove him to cruelty. Every day of his youth had been torment, he claimed, and Marcus was the reason. He reminded Marcus that his model student image hadn't prevented him from committing heinous acts, and that Ethan would not let him escape this time. Two large men appeared, forcing Marcus toward a rusty metal box. He recalled childhood trauma as he backed away, but the men pressed him forward. Ethan, now fully deranged, slammed the box shut, chaining it tightly. "This is a luxury mansion I made for you," he sneered. Inside, Marcus was engulfed by cockroaches, centipedes, and other crawling horrors. A chill ran from his feet to his head, yet he remained silent, knowing that screaming would only encourage Ethan. Once Marcus went quiet, Ethan's expression darkened, planning to make him scream until his vocal cords ruptured. Back in the cell block, inmates wondered where Marcus had gone. Chase sensed danger, stood and called over a guard. While the other inmates expected him to request food again, Chase surprised them, ordering the cell door opened. Moments later, Chase appeared, silent and imposing. No one noticed how he moved without a sound. He confronted the group tormenting Marcus, seizing a man by the shoulder. "Is this how you plan to make him scream?" Chase demanded, and with a single kick sent the man flying. Ethan Lee and his cronies were stunned. This kid had real skill. Inside the box, Marcus heard Chase's voice. "I'm here to repay my debt. I never owe anyone favors. Once I deal with this bastard, we're even." One of the large men realized. "So you're Chase Young? The one causing chaos in this facility?" Ethan Lee finally understood. Chase had always been near Marcus. Loyalty or not, Ethan's plans had collided with a force he hadn't accounted for. Gangsters discussed life and death battles as routine, while Chase prepared to ensure Marcus's torment ended.